another video, and in today's video I got another deck guide for you guys. Been a hot minute since we've done one of these, but yeah, in today's episode is going to be about Raidraptors. Now, Raidraptors have been around for a little while, a couple years now actually, and pretty much what they are pretty much a rank 4 spam kind of deck, or just like kind of a rank up kind of Xyz deck. So pretty much what they do, they focus around these rank up magic spells that they have in their arsenal, and they pretty much use them to rank up into more powerful versions of their Xyz monsters. Most notably, Ultimate Falcon and Final Fortress Falcon, which are pretty much their best Xyz monsters that they have. And Ultimate Falcon in itself is a really powerful boss monster as well. So yeah, other than that though, if you guys don't know anything about my deck guides, pretty much what these are, they are a video pretty much comprising of, if you are new to a deck, and are wondering what to play or what you need for the deck, pretty much this is the kind of video for you. So pretty much in this video I'll be covering staples, text you can throw in, engines if there are any, and then the extra deck, notable extra deck monsters that the deck has access to. So but yeah, other than that though, let's get right into it. So the first card for the staple lineup is going to be Raidraptor Tribute Lanius. So this guy is pretty much a foolish burial for the deck. So pretty much with him, he will send a Raidraptor monster from deck to graveyard. But also, if during the main phase 2, if he destroyed a monster by battle, he can search for a rank up magic spell and then add it to your hand. So he's kind of a really good 3-0 for the deck. He helps set up plays by setting a specific Raidraptor to the graveyard, and also he can search out rank up magic spells. So that's really good. He's a key 3-0 for the deck, and yeah, you always want to run him at 3 for the most part. And then the next Raidraptor staple is going to be Raidraptor Vanishing Lanius. With him, pretty much once per turn, if he was no more special summon this turn, you can special summon a level 4 or lower Raidraptor from your hand. So this is great to help pretty much combo extend, and also is a really good starter play as well for the deck, because you could get a quick level 4 out of your hand, and you can start going into some Xyz plays and just start off your combos. So that's really good. He is pretty much another core 3-0 for the deck. Just helps get out combos started, and yeah, just that's pretty simple for him. He's a pretty simple card in itself. But yeah, next is going to be Raidraptor MINICRYLANIUS. With him, he can like raise your Raidraptor's level by 1. Which is kind of gimmicky in a way, like, so you can maybe like make your level 4s into level 5s to go into like a rank 5, for example. But you're not going to be using him for that. But you're going to be using him for his graveyard effect. So basically, with him, you can banish him from the graveyard to add a Raidraptor card from deck to hand. So that's really important, because you can search your other like Raidraptor spell or traps. You can also just search out your other monsters as well. So he's a really versatile card. He pretty much is the main thing you want to send off of Tribute Lanius with this effect, so you can start getting some searches off and just get your main pieces to hand, so you can just further your combos. And then next is Raidraptor Singing Lanius. With him, if you control a face-up Xyz monster, you can special summon from your hand, and you can only special summon once per turn this way. But Singing Lanius is just the kind of like a 1/2 for the deck, pretty much for combo extending, and just you know, maybe use him as link fodder as well, or just get a key monster on board to go into a Xyz monster. My bad. But most of the time, you're gonna be using him as link fodder sometimes, because he's just pretty simple to get on the board. And another simple Raidraptor to get on the board is Raidraptor Pain Lanius. Now, Pain Lanius is pretty interesting, because pretty much he cannot be used as Xyz material except for the Xyz summon of a Winged Beast Xyz monster, and he has his own special summon condition. So basically, you could target a Raidraptor monster you control, and you take damage equal to its level, and then you can special summon it from your hand, and then his level becomes that monster's level. But yeah, really good card. He's usually got a 3-of or 2-of ratio-wise. You can kind of mix around with it with your preference. If you prefer to have 2, that's fine. If you prefer to have 3, though, that's also fine as well. So he's kind of like versatile in that aspect. Next is going to be pretty much the more famous, I guess, main decked Raidraptor monster, and that is going to be Raidraptor Last Strix. Now, Last Strix is pretty good. So pretty much, if a Raidraptor monster you control battles, well, you have any spell or trap cards on your field in your graveyard during damage calculation in either player's turn, you can special summon this card from your hand and then gain 100 life points for each spell or trap you control and in your graveyard. But you're not going to be using it for that effect. What you are going to be using it for is you contribute him on the field to special summon a Raidraptor Xyz monster from your extra deck in defense position, and its effects are negated, but it goes back to your extra deck during the end phase. So that's what you're going to be using him mostly for. You're not going to be using him for his like other thing, like you rarely get that off, but you're going to be using him mostly though for that tribute effect, because you're going to get into your like Salad Cannon Falcon, and then you can use Skip Force to go into your Ultimate Falcon. So it's pretty much the easiest way to get into your Ultimate Falcon, which is really, really nice. He's a 3-of. You want to see him at all times, and he's just really, really good. For the most part. Next monster, it would have to be Raidraptor Fuzzy Lanius. So basically with him, so if you control a Raidraptor monster, you can special summon him from your hand, and if you send to the graveyard, you can add another copy of himself, which is really good. And then after you use either his effects, you pretty much are locked into Raidraptor monsters for the rest of this turn by special summon wise. So really good card, helps combo extend and everything like that. And yeah, just really good, pretty nice card. Sad thing is, it does lock you into Raidraptors, so you kind of like want to use it last, but most of your deck is Raidraptor anyway, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then next, that's it for the staple monsters. So now we're going to get onto the staple spells and traps. The first one will have to be Raidraptor Nest. Now, Raidraptor Nest is pretty good. So basically with this, if you have 2 or more Raidraptor monsters in the field, you can search your deck for any Raidraptor monster and add it from your deck to your hand. So, or it's like deck or graveyard to hand, my bad. So, really good searching and recursion. So, usually a 1 or 2 of by preference. So, yeah, just really good card. You can search it because of from Mimicry, so you don't really have to have as many in your deck. So that's really nice. So, yeah, really, really good card, and helps enable searching and to get more of your combo pieces to hand. And next is going to be get onto the first rank up magic we're going to cover is rank up magic Soul Shave Force. So Soul Shave Force, pretty much what it does, you pay half your life, and then you target a Raidraptor Xyz monster in your graveyard, and then you special summon it, and then you special summon from your extra deck an Xyz monster that is 2 ranks higher than that monster. So it's really good because you can actually, so let's say you have 4 Strix in your graveyard, for example. You target the 4 Strix after you play this card. Then you could special summon Cyber Dragon Infinity. or any like rank 6 in your extra deck. But the more notable one is Cyber Dragon Infinity because, hey, Cyber Dragon Infinity negates stuff, and that's really good. So yeah, Cyber Dragon Infinity is pretty like kind of a 1-of in the extra deck just for that reason. So yeah, it gives you access to that, and yeah, really good card in general. I really like it for that instance that you can just go into that. All right, next rank up magic would have to be rank up magic Doom Double Force. Pretty much with this, you target a Raidraptor Xyz monster in your graveyard that was destroyed by battle and sent there this turn. You can special summon it. Then you special summon from your deck one Xyz monster that has twice the rank of that monster by using it as material. So it's really nice because you can, let's say you have 4 Strix that got destroyed by battle or something like that, you target the 4 Strix, and then you can just go into a Xyz monster, a Raidraptor Xyz monster that's twice the rank as itself. So it's really nice, kind of a cool way of just getting out more Xyz monsters, which is great, and just using, like, kind of punishing your opponent for killing one of your Xyz monsters. So yeah, so it's really good for that aspect. Usually like a 1-of though for the most part. Next, so now we're on to the final staple for the deck, and that is going to be rank up magic Skip Force, and this is pretty much the more famous one for the deck. So pretty much you target a Raidraptor Xyz monster you control, special summon from your extra deck 1 Raidraptor monster that has 2 ranks that is 2 ranks higher than that target by using that target as Xyz material. And then during the main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card and 1 Raidraptor monster from your graveyard, then target 1 Raidraptor Xyz monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So pretty much the whole combo with this is you summon your last Strix, for example, and then you tribute it off to bring out your Satellite Cannon, and then you can use Skip Force to then go into Ultimate Falcon, since it's 2 ranks higher than Satellite Cannon. So really good. Pretty much the main Raidraptor magic you want to see in your hand at all times. Just really, really good. And it also has that cool little recursion effect, which comes in very handy at sometimes. So yeah, really, really good card. You want to max out on that. Alright, so that's it for staples. Now we're going to go on to techs. Tech-wise, this there's some interesting things here. So Raidraptor's Sharp Lanius is one of them. So pretty much what Sharp Lanius does is once per turn during your main phase, if this card was no more special summoned this turn, you can target one face-up attack position monster on the field, change it to face-up defense position. During your main phase 2, if this card attacked this turn, you could target one Raidraptor monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only use each effect once per turn. So it's kind of a okay recursion card that you can just help recycle your Raidraptors. The one thing I will complain about is that it doesn't work well, and like in theory sometimes nowadays it's kind of gotten worse for the age because link monsters cannot be changed into defense position, so that's kind of a weakness. And also it requires you to attack and everything to then get the recursion effect, so it's pretty slow nowadays. But if you want to run it as like a one of, just to, you know, for comfort wise, just to have another way of recurring your Raidraptors, that's completely fine. But mostly though, he's kind of like a one or none kind of card. And then next is Raidraptor Booster Strix. Booster Strix is interesting. Pretty much he's a kind of a pseudo hand trap in a way. So with him, if a Raidraptor monster is like being attacked by another opponent's monster, you can discard it to destroy the attacking monster. So kind of a interesting card in itself. It's Boral Sword, funny enough, and yeah, it's just really good card. I like it personally. I would run one if I have the space, and yeah, it's just really fun looking card. Kind of is like good way of getting rid of problem attacking monsters your opponent has, and just to protect your monsters overall. And then next is kind of a interesting kind of card. It's kind of like Lanius in a way, but kind of different. So it's CALIGO Clawcrow. So what CALIGO Clawcrow does, if you control a dark monster, you can special summon it from your hand, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's kind of like if you control a dark monster, you can just special summon it. So it's a interesting card. It's a level 2 winged beast, and usually you're just going to be using it for link fodder. That's pretty much the whole reason why you'd run it. And it's also nice because it doesn't lock you into Raidraptor, only summoning Raidraptor monsters. So that's kind of the hindrance that Fuzzy Lanius has, because Fuzzy Lanius locks you into Raidraptor monsters only to special summon it once you use any of her effects. The cool thing with CALIGO Clawcrow is it doesn't lock you into anything. Just if you control a dark monster, you special summon it, and it's pretty simple. Really great. Yeah, I think it's maybe a little bit more versatile than Fuzzy Lanius, but that's just my opinion. But overall, really interesting card, and just kind of like something you guys could experiment with if you guys have the time. And then next, so that's it for the tech monsters. We're going to go on to now tech spells and traps. And the first one is Raidraptor Readiness. Raidraptor Readiness is pretty much a normal trap that is kind of like a protector card. So pretty much it can just protect your Raidraptor monsters overall. So it's just a protector card. That's pretty much what it is. And then next, Raptor's Gust. So with this, when a spell or trap is activated while you control a Raidraptor card, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So it's kind of a counter trap for the deck. It only negates spell or traps, sadly. If it did monster effects as well, that'd be just busted. But no, it's just spell or traps. So if you really think that you're going to be in an event that has a lot of spell or trap kind of related decks, like maybe Altergeist or Traptrix, for example, you could just set this, and if they activate, let's say Altergeist activate Protocol or something like that, or just one of their spells or traps, you can activate this and negate it and destroy it if you control a Raidraptor card. So really good card, honestly, but kind of situational, so feel free to run it if you want to. Lastly, now for techs, I want it to be ICARUS attack. So ICARUS attack, if you guys don't know what it does, you contribute a winged beast monster, and then you target 2 cards in the field and destroy them. So it's kind of a good way of just spot removal, which is nice. You can run it if you want. It's kind of more of a side card, I would say, for this deck, just because it kind of works better in certain matchups. But overall, it's a really decent card, and just helps get rid of problem resources your opponent has that are on the field. So that's it for techs. Now we're going to go on to engines, and engine wise, there's not really much of anything for this deck. Usually this deck is kind of like a pure variant and nothing more. There might be something out there that I'm not aware of, but for now, yeah, that's pretty much kind of like the deck only works best with itself and its own cards, and yeah, there's not much needs to be said about that. You could put in dangers if you wanted to, but I don't think dangers really work in this deck because there's so much stuff that you would want in hand. The only card that you really want in graveyard is the MINICRYLANIUS. So yeah, I don't really think using dangers would be a wise choice. But other than that, though, let's get on to the extra deck. So, extra deck wise, it's pretty straightforward. First off, the Ultimate Falcon. Ultimate Falcon is pretty much the boss monster for this deck. It can't be targeted at all, and just pretty much unaffected, I think, by card effect, I believe. But yeah, it's just really hard card to get over for most decks, and yeah, just really amazing boss monster. Then next is Satellite Cannon Falcon. You're going to be running these to obviously leapfrog into the Ultimate Falcon. 4 Strix. 4 Strix is here to help search out your deck, pretty much, which is nice. Pretty easy to get into. 2 level 4 winged beasts, so really nice. Then there's Revolution Falcon. Revolution Falcon's nice if your opponent has a bunch of special summon monsters in the field. He pretty much helps get rid of them pretty easily by attacking all of them once each. And yeah, pretty much it. And then next is Raidraptor Final Fortress Falcon. Final Fortress Falcon's kind of like the ranked up version of Ultimate Falcon, but not as good, I believe, or at least for my opinion. But you can run one just if you can want to go into it if you needed to. Then Cyber Dragon Infinity, because you can make it with Soul Shape Force, because it's funny like that. Then there's ZEROFYNE, or Ice Beast ZEROFYNE. ZEROFYNE's nice because it can negate monsters in the field, so that's always a plus. And then Link-wise, there's not really much. The only really big one you need is Wee Witch, because it's generic for this kind of deck. Just needs 2 dark monsters to go into her. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then lastly now, since we've covered all that, here is a beginner's deck list for you guys. If you guys are just getting into Raidraptors, pretty much this will hopefully put you on the right track. You can use it however you want and just, you know, fix it up, and you guys can edit it as much as you like. So yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. That's pretty much it for it. Yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions about Raidraptors in general, leave it down in the comment section below. I'll try to get to it as fast as I can. Also, if you guys are Raidraptor players yourselves, was this video beneficial, you think? Or if you guys are new to Raidraptors, did you guys learn a few things as well? So anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, definitely subscribe. I should see you guys next video. Have a nice day.